Hey, what is up guys, Grenader here. What? Another video? Holy crap, I'm on a roll, aren't I? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a lower third in After Effects. So I have the After Effects trial right now, and I'm just going to go ahead and just push as much content towards you as I can. So today we're doing lower thirds. Tomorrow we can do something different, but I'm going to try and just upload every single day and just, get some footage. So let's get right into it. And here it is. When you watch this is supposed to get your attention. So when you put this in your videos, your viewers are like, whoa, what is that? It's moving. So they look at it. So you can put subscribe, you can put like the video, comment, share, whatever you want to put in here. And it's a very simple thing to make, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. So let's go ahead and get started with a brand new file here. So hit new project, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and save it. There we go. So we're going to hit new composition. And again, you want to make this to whatever resolution you want and the frame rate. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And what you want to do now is start adding the shapes. So After Effects is just all about shapes. So you're going to go ahead and hit solid and just any color you want. And then you want to go ahead and make the rectangle. So you can make it as long as you want, as thin as you want. Just go ahead and make it. So I'm going to do mine like that. I'll do it a little different. And this little toggle transparency grid right here is very helpful. So when you want to look at whatever you're working on, it's helpful to have that black background, but at the same time, when you will see it in action, it's also helpful to have the transparency. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the black background for now. And so we have that one. And we're gonna go ahead and hit Control D or Command D on Mac. And we're just going to shift this to the left. So using your arrows, go ahead and shift it to the left a little bit, and then hit Command D. And then just keep doing the same process like that. Hit Command D and just add as many as you want. I'm going to go ahead and stop here for the sake of the video, and then go ahead and go to Effect and go to Fill. And mine's already here, but you can go to Effect down to, where is it? Down to Generate and down to Fill. So after you use it a lot, it should be up here. And so I'm going to go ahead and do a just what I did last time, so white, and then go ahead and do Effect, Fill, and then I'm going to do a red there, the white, and I guess I'll do red on this one. And again, you can change the colors to whatever you want, adjust it to your color scheme. And what we're going to do here is we're going to zoom in until you got this 10-second mark over here. You want that to be right there. No, that's too much. I guess that's fine. So these lower thirds should last about maybe 10 seconds, and the transition should be a second. So we're going to go over here to 2 seconds just so that we can see the keyframes and stuff. So go ahead and select all the clips here. So you can do Shift and then click, and then it should all select, and hit P, and then click the little stopwatch, hold Shift and hit R for rotation, and hold Shift and hit A for anchor point. And then finally, I think that's all we're gonna need. And if you want to do scale, you would hold Shift and hit S, and you can adjust the scale. So now we have keyframed everything that we need to keyframe. So now all we have to do is just use our creative minds and pick a way to have everything introduce itself. So you can have everything come out all at once. So you just bring everything back like that, and when you watch it, it all comes out like that. Obviously, it's not going to be that slow. You can speed it up, but you can have everything come out like that. That's a little too bland in my opinion, so I'm going to go ahead and undo that. And what I'm going to do is individually move everything. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this right here. I'm going to go hit P for position, and just I'm going to backtrack to here. And then I'm going to hit P here, backtrack. And if you hold Shift, it'll move a little faster, so that way you don't have to sit there forever. And then hit P on this one as well, backtrack it to a certain amount, and then hit P on the last one, and then backtrack as well. So now when we look at it, it comes out a little differently. So they come out at different times. Let's go ahead and speed that up, just right there. And then we're going to get rid of this. And then again, if you want to just do that, put it on third, and now you can see everything much faster, so you can see. And let's go ahead and hit N on your keyboard, and that will bring back the render area. So that's what that looks like. It's looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and add the motion blur and have that render, see what that looks like. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that looks nice. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and keep that. And like I said, you can have this thing scale up, scale down, rotate, flip from the side. You can go as fancy as you want. I think that the simpler, the better. I think it just looks much more professional, but you can do whatever your heart contents. So at this point, we have this. So what we're gonna do is select all the keyframes and hit F9, and that will easy ease them, so it'll look much smoother when you render it. And now let's say you have the text pop up here, right? So how long do you want that text to last? That's up to you again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and have it last for maybe a couple seconds. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select these keyframes again, hit Control C or Command C to copy, and then Command V to paste. And that's not what I wanted it to do. Let's see. Select that, Control C, Control V. There we go. Okay, so you have to do them one at a time. My bad. So Command C or Control C, copy and paste. And then what we're gonna do is go to Keyframe Assistant, reverse keyframes, and we're just gonna do that for the remainder of these keyframes here. So just reverse and just ignore the preview screen because it's gonna look wrong. So just go ahead and ignore that. Right click, time reverse, select that, Control C, Control V. And I mean, the commands are nice to have because you just work faster. And so now when you play it, it should just retract. And I think that's like the coolest thing ever. So now you don't have to go buy some sort of, you know, lower thirds pack, which it's nice to have, but you can make it yourself. So there you go, the text is showing, and then the keyframe hits, and boom, it goes back. Beautiful. So now that we have that in place, this distance from here to here is where you can put the text. So let's go ahead and add that text. You want the text to come out once everything is already out. I'm gonna go ahead and close all these and just open up this first one. Maybe this one. No, I'm just gonna hit P for position. So that way now I can physically see the keyframes. Now I'm gonna go to Layer, New, and hit Text. And you can add whatever text you want. I'm just gonna do this like, and then I'm gonna do a little bracket, comment, and then another bracket, sub, exclamation point. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just move this over here. I'm holding Command, or I think for you it would be Control if you're on Windows, and just let it settle down. And then go ahead and use your arrows on your keyboard and adjust to whatever you need it to. And as you can see, the time head here is right in between the keyframes. So this, at this point, the lower third is already on screen. So that's where you want it. So hit P on the text, hit position, and then come back just a little bit. So to right there. And then you can change the direction this comes in. So you can go back just like that. And when it comes out, it'll come out, you know, naturally like that. Or if you want to be different, I'm going to undo this real quick, if it'll let me. Okay, it's not going to let me, so I'm just going to delete that. Or you can come from the bottom like that and have it look a little different. So it'll look something like that. And I think that looks pretty dope. But as well, you can do what, you know, we had previously, which was this right here. Boom, text comes out. Beautiful. So let's just go ahead and go with that for the sake of time. So Control C, and then come over here, make sure that the time head is in between the keyframe, hit Control V, and then go ahead and select these again, right click and go to time reverse. And now we should have a beautiful transition. So I'm gonna go ahead and do F9 on these as well. easy ease, hit the motion blur, and let's let this render. Beautiful, look at that, wow. And then it just sits there for a minute, let it marinate. And we're just gonna skip over here. And then boom, it goes away, everything retracts. Beautiful transition here. And again, all of this is customizable, so you can go back, and if you want to change the color, you can do that. You can change every individual color if you wish. If that's what you want to do, you can go ahead and do that. So on this one, I think this is just like a white solid, so you could go to Effect, Fill, and then just change it to whatever you want to do. You know, you can do, I don't know, red on red on red. And then for the text, you can change it over here where you have your text tools and stuff. And I mean, this thing is totally customizable. You can change it to whatever you need, to your channel colors and stuff. And if you want to speed things up, go ahead and select these keyframes at the end and just bring them in a little tighter. And that way, you know, this whole thing will last a little bit less. And then blah, 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 blah. It's there for a minute. Then it goes out. Beautiful. And you can put in anything you want. It doesn't have to be text. It can be a picture. It can be like a small little video, whatever you want. So at this point, you think you're done, but you're really not. What you want to do is the following. So you're going to go to Composition, Add to Render Queue, and then you can do one of two things. So this one up here, you can ignore. Let me just delete that. What you want to do is go to Best Settings, and then just make sure everything is up to par with what you've started the video with, and then hit OK. Go to Output Mode, and here's where it gets a little confusing. You can do QuickTime, you can do, let's see, you can do a PNG sequence if you want. I would just stick to the QuickTime, and then what you can do is, instead of RGB where it says channels, you can do RGB plus alpha, and then hit OK and render. Now when you render, this might not work on every single editing software. So to play it on the safe side, here's what you can do. Go to Layer, New, Solid, and put a green screen. Use the green screen, and that way it'll work regardless. So hit OK, and just bring that green screen all the way to the bottom. And so now when this comes out, boom, green screen. So no matter what software you have, just use the green screen editor, key it out, and you should be perfectly fine. But also, like, for example, in Sony Vegas, if you do the alpha and you do the transparent background on the video, it'll work. But in some editing softwares, it just won't accept it. So you want to go ahead and do the green screen if you don't know if your editing software will work with it. And it's just a matter of trial and error. So if you have any issues, let me know in the comments down below. I will try to help you to the best of my ability. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. More to come out soon, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.